Have you ever wondered, why did my eye go like, you know what I'm saying? So this is basically that. What more can you ask for? We are doing a reaction video to Bona. Weird name, but whatever. Everybody glitch explained. I almost messed that up, but I didn't though. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Let's just get a overall view of what's going on right here. You got hiccups. Ah, wait. Fuck. Alright, fudge. Dang. I didn't mean to cuss. Hiccups. You go you can't get rid of them and they're really annoying. That's what that is. Brain freeze. Ah, my brain, oh my gosh. Icy. Shivering. This is when you're cold, you know what I'm saying? Sneezing fits with no allergen. I got allergies, so numbness, like when your freaking limbs feel like numb. I mean static. They feel like static. Teeth chattering. Like I don't know what that. I don't know what. Can you hear that? Ear popping when you are going through the mountains or through the valley, and then your ears will. You have to like eat chew gum, or you have to, you know, jaw popping. All right, let me. I'm not going through all these. I'm sorry. There's a lot of these though. There's like stomach drop, like when your stomach. I can't explain. Ear ringing, skin crawling sensation. Ooh, that one's nasty. You got parasites on you. Stomach sneeze reflex. Eye floaters, eye twitching, leg cramps, muscle twitches, sunlight sneezing, goosebumps, motion sickness.
Hiccups. You're sitting in a meeting, everything's quiet, and suddenly that weird little jolt is your
That's so
diaphragm
weird.
going rogue. A hiccup is actually a spasm of the diaphragm, the muscle just below your lungs.
So basically what he said is the muscle of your throat. When your throat, it is blocked by air and basically yeah.
Followed by a sudden closure of your vocal cords, which causes the hic sound. It can be triggered by things like eating too fast, drinking carbonated beverages, or even a sudden change in temperature. But sometimes, there's no clear cause at all.
Yeah.
It's like a nervous system hiccup, literally. Your brainstem misfires and your diaphragm reacts, making it one of the most classic body glitches out there. Brain freeze. It's a hot day. You take a big bite of ice cream and bam, it feels like your brain just hit a wall of ice. Brain freeze, or sphenopalatine ganglioneuralgia, if you're feeling fancy,
What did he just say? What was that?
happens when something cold touches the roof of your mouth. It chills the blood vessels, which then rapidly constrict.
They gotta touch the roof of your mouth. So when you eat ice cream, don't let it touch the roof of your mouth, idiot.
And dilate. That sudden change tricks your brain into thinking the pain is coming from your forehead, not your mouth. It's a mix-up in signal processing, your body confusing mouth pain for head pain, making this a neat little sensory glitch.
I got the worst allergies right now.
Cold outside, your body reacts by shivering. Rapid, tiny muscle movements designed to generate heat. But here's the glitchy part. Shivering can also happen when you're scared, anxious, or even overwhelmed. That's because it's not just about temperature. It's about your nervous system going into overdrive.
Stop getting nervous.
Your body thinks something is wrong and starts triggering defense mechanisms, even if you're not physically cold. It's like your body hitting the fight or freeze button without fully knowing why. Sneezing fits.
Fly or fight. So fight or freeze that. Ho? Come on. What you got going on, nervous system?
With no allergen. Ever had a sneezing attack where there's no dust, pollen, or pepper in sight?
I live in Bakersfield. What you think? That's everywhere. That's everywhere. I can't get around that. I can't get near that. I mean, I can't get away from that. And I got allergies. I had my allergy pill right here. I don't know where it went. It's over there. I'm not gonna go get it, but I got allergies. I got Zyrtec. I got Allertec actually. I got Allertec. So I can't get away from the freaking dust.
This might be your trigeminal nerve acting up.
Bro,
this nerve controls sensation.
This dude's saying freaking shapes and geometry, bro. Like, what is he saying? Freaking trajectory of the freaking triangle, dude?
In your face and can be triggered by sudden changes like cold air, bright light, or even emotional stress. Basically, your sneeze reflex is going off for no real reason. It's a miscommunication between sensory input and motor output. A sneeze without a cause, and one of the clearest examples of a reflex firing off.
I got one of the loudest sneezes.
like a broken circuit. Numbness, or pins and
Bro, I
needles,
hate
paresthesia.
these.
You sit on your leg too long, then it wakes up with a flurry of tingles. That's paresthesia. It happens when pressure cuts off blood flow or compresses a nerve, and the disrupted signals come rushing back all at once. It's not actual needles, it's misfiring nerve
Obviously.
endings, sending scrambled messages to your brain. Your nervous system is essentially rebooting.
Hold on. So we're not gonna talk about how close I was to the camera the whole time? Why didn't y'all tell me to back up though? Nah, I don't want to hear it. I'm for real mad at you guys. You guys didn't tell me that I was that close to the camera the whole time. I just looked at myself over here, and I, why, dude? What you got going on? I looked at you guys over here, and I see that I was too close to the camera. Dude, we're only 2 minutes into the video.
This glitch usually passes quickly, but in the moment, it feels like your body forgot how to be a leg.
Bro, you got a merman!
Goosebumps. You hear a song that hits just right, or suddenly step into a cold breeze, and your skin erupts in tiny bumps like it's reacting on
Chills.
its own. That's not imagination, it's your sympathetic nervous system kicking in. Goosebumps happen when small muscles at the base of your hair follicles, called erector pili, contract. This pulls
Bro, we got erectile dysfunction in her. Bro, we got erections in our hairs, bro.
the skin tight and makes the hair stand up. Why does it happen? It's a reflex triggered by either a drop in temperature or a spike in emotional intensity, fear, awe, excitement. Your brain sends an automatic signal through your nerves, and those tiny muscles respond instantly. It doesn't ask for permission, it just reacts.
Bro,
You're not in control, and that's what makes it a glitch. A reflex firing off in situations where it might not be strictly necessary, leaving your skin trying to say something your words can't. Motion sickness.
that's crazy,
You're on a
dude.
bus, scrolling through your phone, and suddenly, your stomach flips, your head spins, and everything feels just off. That's
Yeah.
motion sickness in action.
That's horrible.
It kicks in when your senses stop agreeing on what's real. Your inner ear is picking up motion, turns, bumps, acceleration, while your eyes, locked on your screen, are saying, nope, we're perfectly still. Your brain tries to reconcile the contradiction and fails. In a panic, it assumes you might be hallucinating, or worse,
Whoa.
poisoned. So it flips the nausea switch. Dizziness, cold sweats, even vomiting. All defense mechanisms against a threat that doesn't actually exist. It's not a malfunction in any one part.
Okay,
It's a
okay.
team failure. A sensory system disagreement that ends with your body hitting the emergency button, all because your eyes and ears couldn't
it's
agree
staring
on
at
what
me
was
like
going
that.
on. Teeth chattering. You're cold, and your
Uh-huh.
teeth start shaking like you're
Oh, yeah,
freezing in a
yeah, yeah,
cartoon.
yeah, I know what you're talking
Chattering is a rhythmic contraction of jaw muscles, a way to create heat, just like shivering. But it's not only caused by cold. Strong emotions, fear, anxiety
When you get
can
mad.
also trigger it.
about. Like when you get mad, like, you know what I'm saying, you know? Like when, you know, I hate that, you know? I'm cold and my teeth are like clapping. I hate that stuff.
That's your sympathetic nervous system treating psychological stress as a physical threat. It doesn't always know the difference between
Why you
freezing
got
temperatures
mittens
and
on?
stage fright, so it sends the same shaky command either way.
Bro, imagine you're on a stage and your teeth are clapping, bro. Oh my gosh, how you gonna sing? How you gonna talk to people when your teeth are clapping in the background?
Ear popping. Going up in an airplane? Your ears pop.
Oh,
That's your eustachian tubes opening to equalize the pressure
you gotta explain to me what the fuck a pistachio is, bro. What?
between your middle ear and the environment. When the pressure's off, your ears can feel plugged or muffled. Sometimes the tubes don't adjust fast enough or overcorrect, leading to random or stubborn pops. It's a pressure regulation glitch. Your body trying to sync,
You telling me we got valves in our ear, dude? How we get valves in our ear? We got a water spigot, dude?
but missing the mark.
I don't know what that means.
Jaw popping or clicking. You open wide and click. Your jaw snaps like a loose hinge.
Like a loose hinge. What we gotta say about that, chat? What we gotta say about a loose hinge? This dude need to get his wisdom teeth taken out. That's what we gotta say, though.
This is often a quirk of the temporomandibular joint, TMJ.
TMJ. heard of that. Oh, oh.
which connects your jaw to your skull. If the disc inside shifts or the joint gets inflamed, you get that familiar popping sound. For some, it's harmless. For others, it causes pain.
Yeah.
Either way, it's a mechanical issue, like your body's hardware slipping a gear. Stomach drop, elevator sensation.
So what you telling me?
That weird,
So what you telling me is, for our jaws to stop popping,
like your body's hardware slipping a gear.
we need to put some Houdini on that. Just put some Houdini on your freaking jaw and you're good.
Stomach drop, elevator sensation. That weird flutter when a roller coaster drops or an elevator moves fast? That's your organs reacting to sudden motion. Your body moves quickly, but your internal organs
But my
take
heart
a split
started
second
beating
to catch
fast
up.
right now.
Your brain senses the motion mismatch and fires off a gut-level reaction. No danger, just an internal lag that tricks your brain into thinking something's off. It's like motion buffering.
They got bubble gum in here.
Tinnitus, ear ringing. Ever hear a high-pitched tone in
tinnitus.
complete silence? That's tinnitus. Often caused by exposure to loud noise, aging, or even stress. It's not sound from the environment, it's generated inside your brain. The auditory system fills in the blanks when it doesn't get normal input, kind of like your brain refusing silence and playing its own track. It's one of the most frustrating glitches because it's hard to ignore, even though there's nothing actually there. Skin crawling sensation, formication.
Skin.
Feel like bugs are crawling on your skin, but there's nothing there? That's called formication.
Did I look like a tweaker right there? Did I look like a tweaker right there? Honestly, did I? Do I look like a tweaker like that? Start the video.
The nerve signal misfire, often caused by anxiety, fatigue, or neurological changes. Your brain receives a signal from the skin that doesn't make sense and interprets it as crawling or tingling. It's creepy, harmless, and feels like your sensory system is just making stuff up. Snatiation reflex,
What?
sneezing when full.
What? What? Who sneezes when they're full? Oh, dude, I just had a big burger. What? What? Who happened? Who died? Why?
You finish a big meal, lean back, and a chew. That's snatiation, the weird sneeze reflex triggered by a full stomach. It may be tied to the vagus nerve, which connects your brain to your gut. A stretched stomach might accidentally activate the sneeze center. It's rare, mostly harmless, and the perfect example of how tightly and weirdly interconnected your body's systems are. Eye floaters. Ever spot little squiggles drifting across your vision? Especially.
Dude, we got Chuck E. Cheese floor pattern in our eyeballs, bro, sometimes. Like when you close your eyes and you see that, you got parasites, little terrible. Like when you're looking in a microscope, you can see all the parasites. That's what we got in our
When looking at a bright
eyes.
sky. Those are eye floaters. Tiny bits of collagen or debris floating in the
Collagen?
vitreous humor of your eye. As light passes through, these cast shadows on your retina. They're harmless, but because they move with your eyes and never sit still, they feel like glitches in your field of vision.
Yeah.
Your eye isn't broken, just a little dusty on the inside. Eye twitching,
Dusty?
myokymia. You're talking to someone and suddenly your eyelid starts fluttering on its own. Super annoying and hard to ignore. That's myokymia.
Yeah,
Tiny-
sometimes when I'm talking and it's or talking or like just randomly, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why is my eye doing that? Why my eye gotta do that for me like that right now?
Involuntary contractions of the eyelid muscles, often triggered by fatigue, stress, or caffeine overload. It's like your facial nerves are short-circuiting from burnout. The muscle isn't in pain, but your body is basically glitching out
what?
in protest to being overworked. It usually goes away on its own, but it's a real-life example of how
I don't
stress
like
can
that.
literally
Ah.
show on your face. Charlie horse, leg cramps. Middle of the night, you stretch, and suddenly your calf feels like it's being twisted by an invisible wrench. That's a Charlie horse.
Dude.
It's a
I thought Charlie horse was when somebody went like this and then bah, bah, on your thigh. Like that. And that's what a Charlie horse was. Leg cramps. Oh my gosh, that's gotta hurt, dude.
Sudden, involuntary muscle cramp, often in the legs, and it can be caused by dehydration, electrolyte imbalances, or overuse. But sometimes it just happens. Your muscle fires and refuses to relax. It's like your body's communication system glitched and locked a command in place. All you can do is wait it out, stretch it, and maybe curse a little.
Yeah.
Muscle twitches, fasciculations. Ever had a random twitch in your arm or leg that just wouldn't stop? That's a fasciculation. Tiny muscle fibers are
Y'all heard that?
contracting without your permission, often from fatigue, dehydration, or stress. It feels like your muscles are tapping out SOS signals, but there's no real emergency. These twitches are usually harmless, but they're a classic sign of your nervous system firing off signals at random, like your body sending out texts with no autocorrect. Photic sneeze reflex, sunlight
What is a
sneezing.
photic?
You walk into the sunlight and suddenly sneeze? You might have the photic sneeze reflex.
No, that's
Something
not good.
about 20 to 30% of people
You stare at
experience.
it? Ah.
It happens because the optic nerve and trigeminal nerve are close neighbors.
Trigeminal, he's talking about.
When bright light stimulates your eyes, the sneeze command accidentally gets triggered. It's a neural crossover, one signal piggybacking on another and
annoying.
confusing your brain in the process. So, how many of these glitches have you experienced? Let me know in the comments.
About like 7 out of 10. 7.